This episode of the In Session Real Estate TV show is brought to you by The Power Is Now. Kenny Session has over 25 years in the real estate business in the Bay Area. Kenny is the past president of the California Association of Real Estate Brokers and the past president of Associated Real Property Brokers. And now, your host, your real estate broker, Kenny Session.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of the In Session Real Estate TV show. We really appreciate you taking some time out of your morning to watch our show. I am Kenny Session, the broker and CEO of Session Real Estate. I've been in business since 1987, and this show has been in production since 1997. We're happy to be here now on Coffee TV, where we will be able to share pertinent information with you on a weekly basis. This is not an infomercial. This is a real estate TV show. Again, good morning and welcome to the In Session Real Estate TV show. We have some exciting guests for you this morning. Today we're going to be talking about how to get into the real estate business. I get calls all the time from people who want to know what it takes to get a real estate license and have a career in the real estate business. So today's show is designed to give you all the pertinent information you need to know to become licensed by the state of California, as well as to start on a career in real estate. I've got two wonderful guests that are going to be coming on and joining me very shortly. One has been in the business for quite a while, and today, she just went and passed her real estate exam. So we want to talk to her while the information is still fresh with her, what it takes, what it took for her to get her license, some of the things she had to go through, how some of the things that we've been able to assist her with. So I would that you would get a pencil and paper. We're going to be bringing some guests on after the first break, so that you have time to go and get a pencil and paper so you can take some notes to get an idea of what it's going to take for you to get into the real estate business. Many of you guys know I've been in the business. This is actually my 29th year. Some of the information I'm going to share with you today, I've shared before on many other shows. And this has been a very dynamite show for our community, because one of the things is that here at Session Real Estate, we're looking to train up not only some young folks, but we're also trying to re-energize some of the agents that have been in the business and gotten out because of the economic downturn. We know that there's been many agents who have let their license lapse because business was slow or they weren't making any money. We would that if that's you, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. Maybe we can mentor you in getting back into the business and helping you along the way with rebuilding your real estate career. That is, if you've been in the business before. Maybe you have a youngster in your family or in your household who is over 18 years old that has showed a passion to get into the real estate business. Maybe you tape this show and share it with them, or call them right now and have them come down and sit down and watch this show, because we're going to give some pertinent information that will allow them to start on a career in real estate. And I'm going to bring on guests that can tell you some of the steps that they've taken to get to that point. So we would that you would just sit back and relax a little bit. Get a pencil and paper, call some of the youngsters up, because again, we're here to help some of the young folks get in business. You know, one of the things for me is I see young folks out on the street all day. I see folks out there that don't have jobs. I see people out there that, you know, have a passion to do something, but they really don't know how to get started. Well, that's what this show is here for today, is to push you along the way to get into this business. Now, or maybe it's not this business, but maybe you need to light the candle under yourself and start pursuing your passion. If real estate is your passion, this show is directly designed for you. So I would that you guys would sit back and relax, get your pencil and paper, and right after this break, we're going to be coming back with our first guest. We'll be right back. You're watching the In Session Real Estate TV show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
My name is Eric Frazier, and I'm a mortgage broker. And I have a program that can help you buy a home today. In fact, it's an FHA no-no. That means no money down, no closing costs. You need to call me. If you're serious about buying a home, don't procrastinate, don't wait, call today. These programs do not last forever. Interest rates are going up, housing is going higher. The time to buy is today. Apply to buy now. With Eric Frazier, Mortgage Brokerage.
Hello, we're back. And as you can see, I'm on set with one of my guests today. We're going to be spending some time with Simone Stevens, which first and foremost, I want to say congratulations on passing your test. We know that that's not an easy feat. It's easy if you study, let me correct that, but it does take some time. Let me introduce you to my guest, Simone Stevens. In fact, I've known Simone for about 20 years. Simone was formerly an agent with Beelum & Associates, which happens to be my cousin's company in Sacramento.
Yes.
She was one of the top agents at Beelum & Associates. She also worked at Bankers First Federal Mortgage Bank. She got out of the business to attend to her mother a few years back.
Yes.
Her mother, unfortunately, was stricken with cancer. And I know what that is to take care of mom. So she took some time away from the business to take care of her mother. After helping nurse her mother back from cancer, she went to work at Stanford University, as well as she was pursuing a master's degree in marriage family therapy, which is a huge thing. This woman is educated, y'all. She just ain't beautiful, but she's also educated. And in addition to that, she took some time to get back. She told me her first passion, which is real estate, and congratulations, she's back in the business.
Yay! Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to that intro, Simone?
I'm so happy to be back. It feels wonderful. Real estate has been my passion for a very long time. I was in the business before getting out for about 10 years. I love educating the people at this particular point. I like to tell people about how the mortgage works, between the credit from the ground forward. So I feel so good to be back, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
And I am excited to have you here on air with me. Again, as I mentioned to you, if we look like we know each other, we do. We've been on the road together at some of the NARAB conferences.
Yes.
We've had a ball at some of those conferences. Not only just learning stuff, but we party too, y'all. We're gonna tell the truth about it. But
Don't tell too much.
Don't tell everybody. Okay, I'm not gonna tell everything, but you know what? That was probably a few years back. So we've matured a little bit since then. Yeah. But one of the things we wanted to talk about today, and I wanted to have you here, because I just wanted our audience to know you're fresh out of taking the test. What is the test like? Can you give them an idea of let's back up. What did you do to prepare for the test first?
To be honest with you, I just went over the old material that I had. I took it from the basis of what I already knew. I went in with the thoughts of connect everything together, make sure you know that your terms are correct, check up on laws and bylaws and things that matter to currently right now today, because so much has changed in our market when it changed and it blew up. So I think I had to educate myself again to get back into the swing of things and just reread the material to make sure I was educated on it and have the knowledge so I can feed it to my clients.
Okay, and that's really important, is that we get educated. Education is power, and it always good. Everything that you learn on the test is useful in some kind of way. But why don't you tell them what kind of studying did you have to do? Because I know, we see people who, and we don't all pass the test on the first time. Let me be first to tell you that when I took mine, it took me twice. So, sometimes it takes many of us more than one time, and I know people who have taken it 5 and 10 times.
Yes.
but you just don't give up.
Right.
How many times did it take you, Simone, this time?
This time it took me twice.
Because you didn't study.
I will be honest. The first time I went in, I was like, oh, I got this. I've been in the business for so long. There's no need for me to do any extra studying. I just, scheduled my exam, went in thinking that, I got this. The same old test, no big deal. But of course, it was not the same test. I missed it by 2 points first going in. The second time, I anteed up. I went and got some study materials. I went through it, knowing the terms and repetitions, knowing the laws and being educated about it, taking like 2,000 questions plus, going over them, bombarding myself, making it a strict study habit, went in there.
Well, let's back up a little bit because after you didn't pass the first time, who did you call?
I called you.
You called me, and tell him what I told you.
If you don't quit playing with this test and just go ahead and just study this material, take 150 questions every single time, pass it at 90%, and you will be fine.
That's what we do. That's what we do to mentor folks. I'm not going to tell you kick her butt, but I had to shake her up a little bit. Now, you know what? It's really surprised me, folks, is that was just last Thursday or something you called me?
Yes.
And today, 4 days later, you didn't, what did you do? How did you get your test so fast?
Well, I think it was more or less what I did was I took my current knowledge and I went ahead and I applied it to my weaker points. So what I did was I looked over everything that I thought I was weak, because once you take the test, they print you out right then and there after you take it, after you fail the first time.
Or pass.
Correct. They print out for you where your weak points, where your strong points. I looked at my weak points and I said, you know what? I'm really not weak in that. I just really, I know it, but I need to look more into the question itself. But I did look and say, okay, well, they're doing more on this particular subject, on appraisals or whatever else. So let me buckle down and let me do my weak points only. I will go back and refresh on the things that I was 80 and 90% in, but my weak points were my main points. So I picked 3 topics that I was the weakest at. I went for it, slammed it, 3,000 questions over and over again. And then
that's the point I want everybody to know is that, look, this is real talk. You can purchase all the questions to the exam and they will give you all the answers to the exam. If you had a teacher in school that told you, here's all the questions I'm gonna ask you and here go all the answers, and we give you 2 weeks before the test, that's it feels like it's almost cheating because you're giving me all the answers ahead of time.
Yeah, it's somewhat like that, but again, you need to really take your time and read the questions. You need to understand that you read the question, don't skip over the word except, because then you're going to pick the wrong. Or your verbiage, maybe, trustor and a leaseor, 2 different realms of the world. They mean 2 different things when you start looking at the real estate, exam. So you have to take your time and really read the question fully through. And if you don't get the question, skip it. Pass it, because you know what? Once you get to the end, you go back to it, you read it with a fresh mind, fresh thought, comes right to you instantly. It's piece of cake, it's easy as common sense.
So we're encouraging folks. Would you encourage people to take this journey that we're on right now? What would you tell them about the journey you've been on for these 20 years, and you've been gone for a few, but what would be one of the main things that you want them to know about a real estate career?
A real estate career gives you freedom. That was my first thing. Not that just it was my passion, but it gives you the freedom. It gives you the freedom to basically have a home life, be a mother, make good money in the business, but also educate other people. That was my first thing. Yes, I love homes, I love decor, but I didn't have to educate people on credit, but to me, it's very important for you to know about your FICO score. It's very important for me to let you know that this is what you need to do to get yourself right if you're not right already. Mm-hmm. It was very important for me to let you know what, amortizations means and things to that extent in the lending world. So I wanted to educate people first, but more importantly, I wanted to let you know when you have it, I wanted to give you the tools to keep it.
Yeah, and that's what Session Real Estate has always been about. We had a show not long ago with one of my previous agents, and he talked about our foreclosure rate at Session Real Estate was somewhat low, because that's what we do is we educate people. We're not just into putting you into a home. We're trying to or into a house. We're trying to create a home that you can keep forever. Yeah. And one thing that we don't do is sell homes or houses that we know you can't afford, because there's no way in God's green earth we're going to let you get into a house that we know you can't afford. You want to talk a little bit, because I know you've had that experience too.
I've had that experience, and it's funny that you say that, because I used to have some of my clients sign an actual contract. Basically what I did was, if you were taking $100,000 out of your home, I used to be a banker, so I was big on numbers, and it only makes sense to me. If you were taking $100,000 out of your home and you could afford those payments, but you were having problems with your FICO score, I knew if you made your perfect payments in 12 months, your FICO score would boost with that mortgage being paid perfectly on time. And if it was a little bit high for you, you could refinance it and bring it on down. Same concept, even with a new buyer. You need to know that you're able to afford it. You need to know you're able to put your money to a side. If you're not in the perfect home that you want, you're in the starter home, you fix it up a little bit, then I like to make a plan for you to get you to where you would like to go.
Well, this girl is deeper than me, man. I'm just going to tell you deep because I don't do all of that, but I do some math in my head, and I look at the income and debt, and we get you pre-qualified to have you sit down, make sure you can afford what you're buying. But today, I just wanted to really commend you on your hard work because I know you did it really, really fast. Like I said, she called me on Thursday, and she was taking the test on Monday. Today is Monday. We know this is going to air over the weekend, but we really just want to say we appreciate it. Simone, anything else, last words that you want to tell the folks before we get out of here?
I'm back.
She's back. She's back. So, if you guys want to do business with Simone, I think she's going to be coming to work for Session Real Estate. I'm putting in my bid right now, having her on air. We want her to come in so she can be a part of this family, the team we're building, because we are building a real estate team here that's going to be second to none. Yes. And what we're here about, this show is going to keep coming on. And in fact, you're probably going to get to see her come and do some of the things that she do on the air, because that's what this is about. I've told you, this is not just my show, it's the family show. So if you want to become a part of our family, we're going to tell you what to do just in a minute. But we'll be right back with our next guest. Thanks. Oh, one last thing. It's your birthday.
It's my
Happy
birthday.
Simone.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, folks. You're watching the In Session Real Estate TV show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom great starter home is located at 310 Marina Way in Richmond, California. This home is a quick walk to Richmond BART Station and is listed at $229,000. This charming 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom corner lot is located at 2751 Fruitvale Avenue in Oakland. It features a separate unfinished unit and is listed at $497,500. This 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom beauty is located at 1620 Russell Street in Berkeley. It features a 1-car garage, large country kitchen, and a separate man cave. Price to sale at $875,000.
My name is Eric Frazier, and I'm a mortgage broker. And I have a program that can help you buy a home today. In fact, it's an FHA no-no. That means no money down, no closing costs. You need to call me. If you're serious about buying a home, don't procrastinate, don't wait, call today. These programs do not last forever. Interest rates are going up, housing is going higher. The time to buy is today. Apply to buy now. With Eric Frazier, Mortgage Brokerage.
Welcome back. We're here with my second guest today. I have on set with me now Maya Franklin, who happens to be a real estate student currently. And we're going to spend some time with Maya today talking about what it takes to get into real estate school, some of the classes that she's enrolled in currently, and then what her goal is with the real estate business, what she really wants to do. First of all, Maya is a graduate of Berkeley High School in 2010. She's currently enrolled in real estate school, as I mentioned to you. She works for the Berkeley Unified School District as an instructor's aide for special needs children. She's also a waitress on the weekend at Rudy's Can't Fail Cafe in Emeryville. I want to welcome onto the set Maya Franklin. Maya, thank you for being here with me today. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell the community about yourself?
I'm really excited to be enrolled in real estate school right now. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a little while. My uncle has been really urging us to do this over the years, and I'm really glad to get this process started and have a career in real estate.
Okay. Well, let me be honest. This is my niece. Nepotism does pay. I've had a great career in real estate, and I'd hate to leave this to someone that has no desire or someone that's not in the family. This is a family business, and not only her, my daughters are both enrolled in real estate school, Candace and Victoria. They're a little bit slow about coming around, but Maya is fresh in the school. How long you been in school now, Maya?
Maybe 2 weeks.
You've been in school for about 2 weeks. And won't you talk about what the process was for you to get started, first of all? I mean, let's go back to how long you've been trying to get in, because I know that you had to save some money and working all these jobs and doing all of that. Won't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I've been trying to start real estate school for about 3 months now, but I really buckled down recently and asked you to help me purchase the program a few weeks ago, and that was really helpful. I really appreciate that. And so far, it's been really good. It's a lot of reading in terms, but everything's been good so far. They send me all the information that I need to be successful in the program.
Okay, so tell me, you're doing an online program, right?
Yes.
Now, how did that go? You log on to the site, and then what do you do after you get on the site? What kind of questions do they ask you?
They just ask you mostly terminology questions and questions pertaining to the reading. When you get on, you log on, you just click on your course, and then the units are in the sidebar, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You click and read, and then you answer the questions.
Okay, and tell them, how much did you have to pay for this course without the scholarship from your uncle? But how much was the courses that you enrolled in?
The premier package is $288.
So for $288, what did they send you? What did you get for $288?
They sent me a study guide, flashcards, a dictionary, a study workbook, and a study exam book, and a DVD.
Okay, and then in terms of the courses, what courses come with that?
I have real estate principles, real estate practice, and my elective is finance.
Okay, so the process, folks, is that you can go to an online school. You can give us a call and we can tell you who that school is. But you log on to the site. When you get on there, there's several different packages that you can choose. The package you got was like $248. Is that what you said? $288, and it encompasses everything that you need to not only to get started, but also the practice information for the state exam. Now, was all that included in there too? The questions and answers. When you saw my first guest talk about there's 2,000 questions that you can take. Those 2,000 questions come in the package of $288. When you get that package, you get the whole thing. You get all 3 courses, which the first courses are mandatory. That's real estate principles is mandatory. Real estate practice is mandatory. Then once you take those 2, you have 6 other classes that are electives. It could be escrows. It could be appraisals. It could be like we said, I think you took finances, the one that you took. And that's just a couple of the 6 that you can take once you log on to the class. Now, you've been doing this for about 2 weeks. Now, you're taking the principles class right now, correct? Now, about how far are you into the course at this point?
Maybe like 4 or 5 chapters. It's mostly talking about geography and the climate and stuff like that right now. It's nothing. Yeah,
nothing too deep, but it's gonna get deeper. But so you've been in it for about, you said 2 weeks, and you're about on the fourth chapter. Is that correct? And about how many chapters is it in that first class?
I believe it's like 16.
So 16 courses, 16 chapters, and you're into 4, so you got 12 more to go, and you've done 4 in 2 weeks. Just to give you guys an idea how long it takes. I've seen people take that principles class in a matter of about 2-3 weeks is the fastest you can probably do it. Then, that goes up from there. But I'm pushing her a little bit because we need some young blood in our company. We need some youngsters to come in and hold up the mantle. We need some of the youngsters to go back into our communities and service the clients and the people that are in our communities, because as you can see, I ain't a spring chicken no more, and I can't sell everybody's house, and I can't be everywhere. But the idea for Session Real Estate is that we're going to get people that I can train and that I can be there to support, that go back into the community to support our clients. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about very quickly, I know that you got a lot of things going on in your life, okay? Yes. And I want to talk about this because I know there's somebody watching us today to say, I'm too busy to go to school. Won't you tell them about your typical work day right now, okay? Just so you guys understand that it ain't easy, but you make sacrifices for things that you want. Why don't you talk about it?
I currently work 2 jobs. One of my normal days is going to work from 9 to 5 and then going to work again from about 5 to 1 o'clock in the morning. And I have maybe 2 days off in the whole week, so I do so I do work, and I have to rearrange my schedule because this is something that I really want. It feels impossible at times, but I just make it work.
Well, it's got to work because your uncle is right here, and I'm not going to get up off you until you get it done. Because one of the things about a career in real estate, you guys want to get an idea how much money you can make. Let me tell you, a first-year agent at my company is probably looking at low six figures. If you come in, you're dedicated, you do what we ask you to do. You're a hustler. I don't mean hustler in a bad way, but you really just want it. You want it really, really bad. You can make $100,000 or more, and that can go up to seven figures if you choose for that to be. So a career in real estate is not just a piece of paper, because we're not just looking at getting her a piece of paper. Once you get the paper and you get the license in hands, then that's when the work comes in, the training and teaching you how to do the business, how to find clients, how to process the clients, how to write up contracts, how to present the contract, how to present yourself to a client. So there's a lot that goes into it. So we're not just about selling houses. We're building community. And this is a family. In fact, you guys, many of you know me. I've had very large company before. I think we had, 30, 40 agents at one time that I trained the majority of them. And we're on a second path to doing this. So we're soliciting folks to come in, get your license. Let's get busy. Let's get ready to roll. Now, Maya, we kind of rolling down for a little bit. But won't you just talk about what is the one last burning thing that you would want them to know about Maya, or what it is that you're going to do?
I just want everybody to know that I'm going to finish, and I'm really excited about seeing where my career goes in real estate.
Okay, and folks, you guys can stay tuned, because I promise you, as soon as she passed the test, I'm gonna bring her back and I'm gonna let her host the show. How about that? She ain't ready for that, but I'm telling her right now, once we get ready, we're gonna bring her back and host the show. So let me tell you, we're just about out of time today. I know it's a fast show, but we want you guys to continue to come back and watch our show. Next week we have a show. We're gonna be bringing on some guests from the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. We're going to be talking about a conference that's coming to the Bay Area. It's coming to Oakland. We'll have more information about what the date and time. There's going to be a lot of community participation and things going on. So we want you guys to watch next week as well. But this week, we really appreciate you taking some time out of your morning to watch our show. We really love what we do. We love our community. Remember this, Jesus Christ is Lord. He loves you. I love you. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
For advertising information on the In Session Real Estate TV show, or to buy or sell real estate, give us a call at 510-568-4200 and log on to our website at sessionrealestate.net. This episode of the In Session Real Estate TV show was brought to you by The Power Is Now.